Okay, hi everyone. I'm Ellie. This is Sara. We're experts.
Sara.
We are here today to tell you why all of your JavaScript choices are wrong. We know better and you don't, and we're about to tell you why. So this is us. I'm a front-end developer here at the train line, so obviously
You had a long commute.
An expert. I had a long commute. Actually, I work downstairs, so
It was pretty tough, yeah.
to take stairs, yeah. You can find me on Twitter at EllieBelly. Say nice things, please. If you're gonna say anything mean, don't say it.
Okay, cool. Okay, so my name is Sara. I work at YLD with Greta. I don't know where she is. She's right there. Look at her.
Hi.
I work at YLD with Greta, and you can find me on Twitter at MikiDev2W. I came from an app, so it was dope. So let's start discussing these things, because I think JavaScript
We
tools...
had seen, mostly on the internet, that people had opinions about things, mostly tools and frameworks, and we noticed that those opinions were wrong, so we wanted to come here and clarify things for you all, so you don't make any mistakes.
No fuck-ups.
Yeah, we know better, right?
Yeah, we know better.
Of course.
Like, fuck, we have jobs.
Yeah, we have important tech jobs.
Yeah, we're very important. So let's talk about package managers, because there's not enough drama about that. So does anyone want to come here and talk about Bower? Because we didn't include Bower.
We forgot.
We forgot about Bower.
We didn't care.
We don't care. So we're gonna talk about NPM versus Yarn.
The good ones.
The good ones.
The big ones.
So NPM.
So I love NPM. I think NPM is the way to go. If you're not using NPM, you're probably wrong. NPM is the OG package manager.
Didn't he kill his wife though?
That's OJ, and he was innocent. It's more reliable. It doesn't save stuff locally, so it doesn't add to your disk space. There's this amazing tweet from Kat, who works on NPM, who is amazing and super smart, explaining how reliable NPM is. So basically, if you have a real-life project, not like a fun pet project, you should definitely use it. It's safe. It's, it's there for you.
Like cats. Okay, Yarn. Yarn is dope. So
It's fine.
First of all, Yarn is super fast. It's much fast. It's super cool. Also, NPM, this is like a political thing. Now we're just trashing each other. So NPM does this really fucking incredibly annoying bullshit, which if you have something installed with Yarn and then you run npm install loadout, it's gonna delete all your Yarn stuff.
Then don't use Yarn, obviously.
Or just don't use NPM and you can be happier. It also works on a fucking airplane.
Yeah, but it's made by Facebook and
Use React. What the fuck's wrong with you, man?
That was one time.
You want to go back to Angular? Is that what you want to do?
No, please don't. Please don't.
So, but the thing is, it wasted disk space because it works offline. It's like BWAs. Also, it has this really cool upgrade thing, which it basically tells you what you're not upgrading, and if you're not upgrading, you're obviously wrong. So if it's in red, it's like a major update, green is like a minor update, and yellow is like, no, that's patch, yellow is a minor update. And it's interactive, it makes your terminal look pretty and stuff. That's not just hyper, it's pretty though. So
how much are you gonna use that though?
All the fucking time, Melanie. You update your packages automatically. Do you like the living on the edge?
It's just fluff. They're doing it to distract you.
From what?
From sucking.
From sucking? Sucking on what?
Hey. Thanks.
Semicolons.
Let's talk about semicolons. This has been a heated debate recently because our JavaScript overlords over at TC39 decided that they would recommend everyone to use semicolons because semicolons are amazing.
I don't follow the fucking rules.
And if you're not using semicolons, you're doing it all wrong. Semicolons are safe. Semicolons are like such a nice end to your statement. It's recommended by the, bosses up. I assume they live in the sky. I have no idea.
I think they live in the States, actually.
Same, I don't know.
No, the sky is Canada.
Oh, yes, you're right, correct. It helps you avoid errors very explicitly. It helps you avoid any unexpected behavior. It's very explicit where your things start and end. You're not gonna break it for other people. Other people can read your code. Semicolons are great. I'm an expert, trust me. If you're not using them, you should switch right now.
Okay, but the thing is, I moved out of my mom's house 2 months, I'm kidding. 2 years ago, so I kind of want a better place where it's pretty and nice, and I don't want semicolons in my place. Thing is, it makes the code just so pretty, and it always reminds me of when I've been lied to. So when I was,
Are you okay? Do you want
no, like when I was 18, my mom, I got my car, and my mom told me that my car could never run out of gas, otherwise it'd be trash. That's a lie, but I didn't know. So I only found that out when I was 23, and then I found out I didn't need semicolons, and it just brought all the memories back.
When did Google come out? Before, surely, right?
I'm not a very smart human being, Ellie, dude.
I'm just saying.
Dude, I failed math in high school. What the fuck?
Is that why you don't like semicolons?
That's yeah.
Who hurt you?
Yeah, they hurt my feelings. It's so much prettier, and you actually don't need semicolons. That's the thing. You've been lied to. There's like 3 situations where you actually need semicolons, and how many times are you gonna put a fucking array at the start of your?
They're super hard to find though. You will break it.
ESLint fixes that for you. Do not use ESLint.
Semicolons give me peace inside, and they will give you peace inside.
They do not give you peace. They do not give you peace. That's shit. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're wrong.
But you know what?
Let's talk about frameworks.
The meaty stuff.
Let's talk about frameworks.
We picked a couple we liked, or didn't like, I guess. Here are some logos. If you know them, you are also experts. If you don't, you should look them up. It's crucial to being a web developer to know the logos.
I should make a game with that, seriously.
There is one online. It's like a pub quiz.
Yeah, we should do that.
Let's talk about React. We are at React Girl, so obviously React is the best. It's so nice, yes, just like Doge says. Doge? How do you say it?
Doge.
Obviously there's a lot of great things about React. It's declarative, it's not a huge learning curve, it's very easy to compose and to refactor. It's very performant in DOM changes, hashtag virtual DOM. Also, it's the hot new kid on the block, so you will get jobs. All the jobs are in React now, and that gives you money for goods and services. So if you're not using React, you're not just wrong, you're poor, and then that's not fun for anyone. So definitely you should be using React. It's the thing now.
Okay, so I'm advocating for Preact, because apparently I'm a Preact advocate now because I did 3 talks on it. And that's bigger than all the words that I said are bigger than the entire Preact code source, so that's cool. So, it's so tiny. It's so tiny. It's like a tiny little puppy or anything else that you people like as animals. It's so performant. Like, since it's so fucking tiny, it's super performant. It has the same API as React, so you don't actually have to learn another thing. Like, I don't know, TypeScript, for example. And
It's amazing.
it's not amazing.
Can you hear me whispering on this?
No, no one can hear you. Shut the fuck up. It's my turn. It sounds good in my spotlight. It has the same syntax, so you can just pop it in and just lose a couple of kilobytes in your thing. It also adds some really nice things to React that you didn't even know existed until you find out that they exist, and now everything that uses just React is sad. And
it's like a baby React. Like if
It's
you
like
want
a
the
baby
grown-up
React,
React,
yeah.
use the real one.
yeah, no, shut up.
I'm just saying.
That's because you hate kids. I hate kids too. It's fun. Vue is dope. I am dead serious on this one. So Ellie has never used Vue.
I've never used Vue.
I forced her to put Vue in here. Like Vue is like the kitten of web frameworks. Like you can't hate on Vue. It's fucking adorable. It's like Harry Potter. Does anyone know anyone who hates Harry Potter? They have never, not even seen it, or they like it. I've never met one single person who's like, you know what, I fucking hate Harry Potter.
It's either love or ignorance with Vue, we realized. But I mean, I don't know.
You're ignorant, right?
I don't know. Yeah, ignorant about Vue. It seems okay from what I've heard.
It's like a weird mix of Angular and React, and it kind of works, kind of does it at the same time, but there's no Redux, so it's fine.
If you're feeling quirky, we'll allow it.
Okay, so let's talk about Angular 1.
Let's not.
Oh my god, that was such a terrifying moment of my life. Do you remember Root Scope?
I don't want to. Let's maybe skip Angular because we don't like it.
Oh my god, Angular 1 was
And we're experts.
so please don't use Angular 1. So let's talk about state management.
Let's. So a lot of you here are React people, and therefore I assume you're Redux people, which is great. Redux is amazing. It's immutable, it has amazing dev tools, it's really hard to fuck up. I mean, we don't fuck up, we're experts, so it's fine. It's our state management overlord, really. It's like-
It was made by our overlord, Dan Abramov.
He's a delight, so there's that on Twitter. I mean, you should be using Redux, again, with the jobs and the money, you know? Everyone has it, so if you have it, you'll get hired. If you're not using it, then you should probably reanalyze your life choices. But as an expert, I can tell you that's the way to go, the one and only way to go.
You know what's a cool way to do? Not spend all your fucking time writing reducers. That's dope. I swear to God. Because you know what? I get paid by the month, not actually by the hour. So who here gets paid by the hour? Does anyone here get paid by the hour instead of like, who's a contractor?
Crazy gets paid by the hour.
Use Redux! Like, if you get paid by the hour, use Redux. You're gonna make a shit ton of money, and you're gonna move out, and you're gonna live like in Camden, in London Fields, in a dope-ass house near all the hipsters. It's gonna be dope. Like, MobX is just so nice. Like, you change something in one file, and you know
It's
what?
just okay.
You know what happens in the other file? Like, things change. Like, you don't have to use like 4 files, like concatenate the goddamn files, and just.
It's a hot mess, I don't know.
What is a hot? You're a hot mess.
Well, yes, but that's not the point.
Okay, so please use the MobX. Like, it has
Use
dev
Redux.
tools.
I think it's the best.
If you get paid by the hour.
Just always, in general.
So let's talk about types.
Let's talk about types. We have 2 options here, yes types or no types, because we didn't want to get into the whole TypeScript flow thing.
No one really likes Flow as well, so that's fine.
That's true. TypeScript is amazing. Does anyone here use TypeScript? Yeah. TypeScript is
Use
amazing.
Angular, it doesn't count. You don't have a choice.
You don't get any runtime errors with TypeScript. It finds all your mistakes before you find all your mistakes. I mean, your mistakes. I don't make mistakes. I'm an expert, but you guys surely make mistakes. You're flawed. You know what things are, which is good. If you have like a group of developers working on the same thing, you can explain like what belongs in each place very clearly and explicitly. It's safe. If you're gonna go for types, go for TypeScript. It's pretty amazing. It has great support. We all love it. Us experts that know more than you.
Okay, so first thing, I have to agree with Ellie on that part. If you go for types, please go for TypeScript. Please do not go for Flow.
It's a big if from Sara.
Oh my god. That was a terrifying moment in my life. So that black thing is nothing.
It's a picture of nothing.
It's a picture of nothing because I'm
No
so
types.
smart. So the thing about types is that it's another language to learn. And you don't really want to learn more languages because supposedly JavaScript is going to take over the world, but now you're just making more shit on top of JavaScript. And it's not really picking up.
For good reasons.
No, it's not for good reasons.
It is for good reasons.
Are you using ReasonML? No, because no one is.
Reason. I get it.
It's not reasonable. Okay, so it's so much faster to develop. And have you ever, like, using TypeScript or Flow, had to write the types for something? That is not fun. That is not fun.
I think it's fun.
That is not
I think
fun.
it's fun.
It's not fun. There's actually no concrete proof that this actually helps, and it just makes your code like shit.
I can expertly tell you it helps.
I think the thing is, like, if you honestly knew JavaScript, Ellie, you wouldn't need it.
Ouch.
I know, right? Truth hurts like a toothpick.
It's fine.
Let's talk about editors, because editors are fun. Who uses VS Code? My peeps in the house. Ooh. Yes. Who uses Vim? Yes. Nice choice. Who uses Atom or Sublime?
Alright.
Nice.
Solid.
Simona, you get 1 vote. It's just not that the way it works. You get 1 vote each first.
Microsoft Word? No?
Notepad?
Plus plus? Notepad plus plus?
No? Okay, cool.
Text edit? A little piece of paper by your desk with a pen?
You know how to type anymore? You know how to write? I don't know how to write.
I haven't written in like 6 months.
I haven't written in like 6 years.
VS Code is
dope.
Amazing. It's
Amazing.
so good. It has amazing TypeScript support.
Now you need it though.
It has this cool live sharing thing. It's really easy to use out of the box. It has tons of plugins. It doesn't crash as much. It can do like big files usually.
It doesn't eat up your memory like, I don't know, Atom.
This is one of, we have 2, are the emojis in there? We have 2 heart emojis for VS Code because we both sort of agreed to agree on this one.
It was the only one that we actually agreed on.
Because we love it so much. So double heart emoji for VS Code from the experts.
I honestly do believe that if you're not using VS Code, please switch to VS Code.
Immediately.
It is dope.
Or
it
quit,
is,
or just stop doing it.
Just become an Uber driver, if that's your thing. So Vim! So Vim is like, I don't understand Vim. Like, I learned how to quit Vim like about a year ago, I think. It was like the moment where I was like, I'm a developer now. I'm a developer. My mom was proud of me in that moment. It's gone now, she's not proud of me anymore. So how to quit Vim is like one of the most searched things. It has more searches than the entire nation of Portugal has in people.
Because it's so difficult to use.
And Portugal is really small as well.
Also that.
Yeah. There's like 10 people. So how many of you know how to quit Vim? How many of you can say how to quit Vim out loud?
Escape.
Simona, really, Simona. After escape. You click escape and
The 2 things.
yeah.
And then Q.
Okay, how to save and quit. Nice. You're all experts now.
Gold star.
In them.
You can stop listening to us, basically.
Please go.
Stop.
I guess the thing about Vim is that if you actually know how to use it, you're a fucking rock star. Like
And everyone hates you, so
everyone, they hate you and they love you. They look at you
your
like, what the fuck are you
coworkers
doing?
will quit because they can't work with you anymore because you talk about them so much.
That is true. It's like being a vegan nowadays.
Don't use Vim.
Don't. Just,
You can be a vegan if you want, just don't use
Yeah,
Vim.
that's fine. It's fine. Do whatever you want. Poor animals. I get it. That's fine. So let's talk about formatting. Who here uses Prettier? God bless Prettier. We also agreed on this one. So first thing about Prettier is God bless Prettier, and every single person who committed anything to Prettier should get money that can be exchanged for goods and services. I swear to God.
Format on save is the most exciting thing to happen to the internet.
After naps
And GIFs.
and cats.
Debatable. It's configurable, so there are some things you can choose with Prettier.
There's an option for semicolons, like semi-false. Do it. It's dope.
Don't do it. It's a bad idea. You don't have to worry about white spaces for code reviews. You have that one pedantic colleague who's like, oh, you left a white space after this one sentence. That is over. So instead of fighting with the people you work with, you can just not because you have Prettier.
And you can find with people that you don't work with.
It has a nice logo.
It has a pretty logo.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it's
very
pretty.
aptly named.
So the thing is, I think if you're not using Prettier, you're both like wrong, and you're probably very, very sad.
You have to worry about indentation, and it's not good. Let's talk about styling.
The styling is dope.
We like styling. There's different approaches. As experts, we can tell you that the original and true way to do styling is just good old CSS. It's faster to render. A lot of people already know it. It's easier to pick up. You have full control of how to apply it. You can use the correct casing for properties. None of that like camel.
Have you ever used style components?
I have not.
Exactly.
You don't have to put quotes around your values if you're not using style components. Fine, whatever. But it's the original way to style, and that's the way to go. CSS and JS will die out eventually. And if you don't know how to do CSS,
Ellie.
I won't. I'm gonna live forever.
Are you Dracula? That sounds dope.
I can't say.
CSS and JS is amazing. Because first of all, you get fuck up. Mass line now.
I'm just saying, use normal CSS.
Don't use normal CSS. You're gonna cry in your house alone with your 7 cats.
That's just Tuesday.
You have 7 cats? That sounds dope. Okay, continuing. So think about CSS and JS. Like you can use conditionals in CSS. Have you ever imagined the possibility of having if statements in CSS?
No.
Exactly. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm gonna tell you this. It is fucking amazing. You can style things with if statements.
That's one thing.
No, you can use maps as well. You can use whatever the fuck you want because it's JavaScript. It's so good.
CSS is great.
I know. Yeah. And this is still CSS. You just write it in JavaScript. And like, some of these things are actually smarter than us. And that is a lot of things to say because we're experts.
Not a lot is smarter than us.
No, not a lot. It's just like this and then Abramov. All the rest of us.
Those are the only things.
That is the only 2 people that are smarter than us. Like, if you do the same thing a lot of times, like margin top 20 pixels, it just like creates one helper function. It like makes your very own tachyons for you, so you don't have to do it. It auto prefixes things automatically, so that all my tickets don't go back because they don't work in Safari, because Safari is the new IE.
Don't use Safari.
Don't use Safari. Use Safari for screenshots if you're doing a talk, because it's so pretty. But don't use Safari in real life.
We
You're
forgave
just perpetuating Safari. Do not perpetuate Safari. It's component based, so it's super maintainable. Why would you ever just use CSS after you know there's a better life? You can be happy, Ellie. Sometimes it's a choice.
It's the original, man. It's the original. This is the real meat here. This is the real good content. We had this argument accidentally, but we thought we'd put it in here because it's important. How many people here are dog people?
How many people here are dogs? Damn it, they all heard me.
Cat people?
Yeah, we're up in the house!
Other? We had this problem yesterday when we did cats versus dogs, and someone was like, what about hamsters? And we're like, we're cool with hamsters. Like, we don't have a problem with hamsters.
Is anyone a hamster person?
Are cats cool with hamsters though?
Probably not.
My cat will eat you a hamster. My cat will eat you if he has a chance, though.
The real important thing here is that dogs are amazing and we don't deserve them. Dogs love you back. Dogs are little fluff balls of joy. And the thought of seeing you every day makes them so happy that they can't stop shaking. And that is such a beautiful
That
thing.
they pee, though.
They get trained. Cats pee too.
But cats pee in one place, dogs pee everywhere.
Look, cats are vicious and they hate you and they will destroy your things just out of spite.
So do I, though.
Then I wouldn't keep you around either, I guess.
So cats are dope. So first of all, cats are already won the internet like a couple of years ago. You can't even fight with this one. Cats are like people. So the thing that we realized is that Ellie does not like humans at all. I don't either. But the thing is, like, cats have personalities, okay? If you accidentally, because yesterday we did this talk and I forgot to say accidentally, step on your cat, accidentally, please do not step on your cats.
We don't recommend it.
Do not recommend stepping on your
Expert
cats or dogs.
advice.
Do not do it. Okay, but if you accidentally do it, he's just gonna be so pissed at you. You know, like a real human.
That's horrible. Listen,
Isn't
if I'm
that
gonna
horrible?
feed you and bathe you and walk you and clean up your poop, you better love me unconditionally. That's why people have kids. Like, it's the only reason.
I don't think
Cats
that's.
don't
I don't
do
think
that.
that's how it works. I think it's because of Social Security.
Yeah, that too. And somebody to bathe you when you're old.
Exactly.
Dogs.
They're not mean, okay? They're just assholes. They're just like very cute little assholes. Like
Why would you
say,
want
for
that?
example. No shit.
We fight a lot, Sarah and I. We don't agree on a lot of things. After this cat and dog thing, things got really heated, so we had to take a step back.
Yeah, because we were actually in a coffee shop and that would be really shitty.
We were in public, yeah.
Yeah, we were in public, yeah.
Some glasses were broken, it's fine. But we agreed to disagree. This is us in our real form. So when we take off our human suits, this is real footage. And we can agree to disagree. And we've been fighting a lot because we wanted to tell you that actually everything you like is fine.
Except Angular 1.
Except that's the only thing.
Like
That is actually the only thing you should never use. But we've seen a lot of hate online and a lot of fighting and a lot of like technology shaming or whatever.
Oh my god, you're using Redux? Oh my god.
Like,
No
you're the
one
worst.
cares.
Kill yourself. Like,
No
it's
one
awful.
cares what the fuck you're using. As long as you're happy, it does the job.
If it works, if you like it, if you know it, if you want to learn it, you should use it. We're not actually I know it's hard to believe, but we don't make all the decisions.
We're not expert. What? What?
I know we come off really, authoritative.
And we sound very smart.
Of course. And I know it's hard to believe, but you have to believe it. You can use whatever you want.
Just be happy. Just be happy,
We
guys.
want you to
Girls.
be happy, and if somebody tells you you're doing it wrong, you're not. It's valid.
It's valid. Everything is valid. Do whatever you want. Become a vegan. Just don't use Angular 1.
Our ecosystem has a lot of like, oh, this is a cool new thing, so that's the only thing you need to use. That's not true. Don't fall into that trap.
You can still use Bower. It's completely fine. Use Bower. Cry. It's fine. No one cares.
Yeah.
Just do whatever you want.
And if someone tells you that you're wrong for using something, you come to us and we will take care of it.
Yeah. I have a car. I can run him over.
I cannot tell you what I have, but just rest assured the problem will be solved. It's not enough. That's violent. I don't advocate that way.
You don't have anything, do you?
I'll tell you later.
Oh my god. Okay, so that's our talk. Thank you so much.